Hi. I'm going to also read the King James Version for reasons that I'll probably explain later. But I'm just going to dive right in. Genesis chapter 1, King James Version. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void. And darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good. And God divided the light from the darkness, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And in the evening and in the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made a firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, "Let the waters under heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth. And he gathered together of the waters, called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit, the yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth, and the open firmament of heaven." And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the waters and the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth." And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, the beast of the earth after his kind." And it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over fish of the sea, over fowl in the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. And God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl in the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, and the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made. And behold, it was very good. And everything in the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Of course, I'm going to mess up that last part. Couldn't get it right, but that's chapter 1 of Genesis, the King James Version. I think it's a little bit more poetic and maybe even more literal. Things and meanings get lost in a translation like the Message, or I have so many versions. This is the English Standard Version. I think this is the one that I've read in the beginning when I read through the Bible for the first time. And it did help me understand things, but I had to go back and read through it via this King James Version, because there were things that the New International English Standard Version, they just don't have. So it's just kind of the same as before that I read yesterday. We've only gone to the first 6 days, and so much has been created, the world that we know today. Of course, it was a little bit more pure. But the rules were established that are still established to this day. Us having dominion over the animals and just over the earth, that still stands. I mean, we can walk down the street and squirrels and deer and whatever will run from us. And this is all from God speaking things into existence. He said it and it just was. And we were made in his image, which just makes me think of a lot of things about just the way that we look, the way that our fingers and toes and our bodies, the way that we're formed in some way or another. Maybe it means literally that God has an image that is very similar. We're made in his likeness. We're not made exactly the same. But in his likeness must mean that there's a lot of similarities. And of course, we're his children. I could go on and thinking about this, but just him being able to speak things into existence make me think about the use of our words, which is also mentioned in this book. How powerful your words can be, and how to utilize what comes out of your mouth in an efficient, productive, positive manner. I mean, it could go the other way too, the negative route. And I think it could produce things. So it's just interesting food for thought. We may not be able to say, let there be light, and create a whole world. But we can maybe influence our world and the people who are in it with the things that we say. And I think that is just the tip of the iceberg. In fact, I'll probably have to get my tablet or something so that I can bring references to other verses that might pop to mind in the middle of reading through this chapter. So I'm sorry I've run on. This was Genesis chapter 1 of the King James Version, and I hope that you got something out of it, and I pray that your day is blessed. And I'll see you I'll see you later with the next chapter.